I built a fully functional e-commerce website for women's beauty and fragrance store called Fragrance by Bonnie, based in Ghana. Now, this website has a homepage, a shop page, a list of the items being sold, an about us page, a blog post page, contact page. And if you would like to make some orders, you just tap over to one of the products, add to cart, and you can order on WhatsApp, which will link you to the store's owner's account, and you can make your order. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact same step. So you can also use it to build a similar website. I use four tools. I use Google AI Studio, I use Claude, I use Pinterest, and I finally use Netlify for deployment of the website. So now, if you are someone who has a business idea and want to put it live on the internet on a website, or you know someone who does, these videos for you. So without wasting much time, I'm Nana Mensah. This is Builder's Blog. Let's start building. So before we dive in, I'm going to show you the exact same workflow I used to build a website like this. Four tools, four different jobs. So you can also apply it in building a similar website or different websites that can meet your business brand. So our first step on the list is Pinterest. We're going to sign into Pinterest so that we can find a design inspiration so that we know exactly what we want to do before touching any AI tool. Second of all, we're going to use Claude AI to give us a detailed specific prompt that tells Google AI Studio on what to build. And then we'll copy and paste our prompts right over here. So Google AI Studio can generate the code for building the website. And finally, we'll deploy our website live on the internet using Netlify. So anyone can access it, anyone can use it. So that was too much time. Let's get into it. All right, so the first step on our list is to head over to Pinterest.com so that we can find a design inspiration or find a reference website we would like to use for our own websites. So I want to drop every link and every tool down the YouTube description or pin it simply inside the comments. You can also access it. So let's head over to the search bar for our inspiration, go to my Word document and copy this title, Perfume Website Design. I'm going to copy it, head back over to our Pinterest and then paste it inside the search bar. Okay. And let's see what it can give us. All right. So the designs here are looking very, very nice. Okay. These are very nice. These are very nice. So for simplicity, I'm just going to select the one over here. Okay. All right. So I like this one. So we're just going to view larger so you can all see how it looks like. All right. So this looks more premium. This looks very premium. And I really like the UI UX design. I like the colors and how everything is being blended inside. So I'm just going to simply copy this image. All right. So I'll copy this image and head over to Claude AI where I can ask Claude AI to give me a detail specific prompt to use for building this website. So for our next step, we're going to head over to Claude AI and we're going to paste the image you copied from Pinterest. All right, so I'm going to paste it right over here. And then we'll head on to our prompt section and we're going to copy exactly this prompt. I've gotten an inspiration for a perfume website. Give me a prompt that I can give to Google AI Studio to create a premium website. Use the image I've uploaded as reference. So you can type it in or you can simply copy it. I'll just copy it and then head back to my Claude AI. All right, so the image has been uploaded safely. Also paste this one to inside. And then I'm using Sonnet 4.6. You can use the higher models or lower models, depends on your choice. And then just going to submit prompts. I'm going to wait for Claude AI to look through our work and design and give us a detailed and specific prompt you can use. Okay, so that was faster than I expected. Okay, so this is the detailed and specific prompt that we're going to give to Google AI Studio to help us create a fully functional e-commerce website. Okay, so it's still loading. So as you can see, build a complete single file premium perfume e-commerce landing page in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, so still loading the background, still loading, still loading. All right, so today's the exact same steps I use for building every kind of website for different clients, for my friends, for my families. All right, so Claude AI is done generating the prompts. So you can simply copy this prompt and head over to Google AI Studio where Google AI Studio will read the prompts and generate a fully functional website for us. All right, so a few tips when you paste this into AI Studio. Use Gemini 2.5 Pro for best results with long single file outputs. So you can also follow these few tips if you want to. All right, so let's move on to the next step. All right, so now we are finally inside our Google AI Studio. And now this is where the magic happens. So for those of us who are not familiar with this AI Studio, it's Google's platform for working directly with the most powerful models. So without wasting much time, I would like to give our AI Studio a system prompt. So what does the system prompt do? The system prompt gives the AI Studio a persona. So heading over to our prompt section, you can see from here, you're an expert web developer who writes clean, beautiful, full responsive HTML and CSS code. All right, so you're going to copy this system prompt. Let's head back to IC. Now I'm going to head over to new app. Today's the playground section. Let's go to the new app section. We're going to paste our prompt here. All right, so this is our system prompt. And then we're going to copy our main prompt from Claude AI. We're going to copy our main prompt from Claude AI. And then we also paste it here. We'll delete this one, paste it here. All right, so I've pasted our main prompt. So now we have a system prompt and we have a main prompt. System prompts for giving the AI studio a persona, main prompts for building the fully functional websites, and then we also add our reference or inspiration design so you can get a more amazing website. All right, so it's also going to paste it right over here. So it's going to appear at the top. And now you can also choose the models you want to use for creating this website. You can choose Gemini 3.1 Pro Preview, 3.5 Flash. So let's use the default one to make everything simple. All right. So we can also change our framework, but let's leave everything on default. Right. So 3.5 Flash default model. Let's leave the custom instruction as it is. All right. So you're going to click on build and see what happens. So send prompt. All right, so slowly in the background to give us to build a website for us. So let's wait for a while. All right, so now inside our AI studio, can see design previews of what we want to use. All right, so artistic flair, warm, organic, geometric balance, a luxury of prestige, or natural tones. You can choose to select a design for your website, or you can simply skip it. So let's skip it and see what happens. So let's just skip it. Or you can it depends on your choice. So I'm going to click on skip. All right. So now, whilst it's creating the lines of code for us, it's also giving us tips while we wait. So you guys can implement a search functionality, use your API key, add products. You can even add to the charts. So it will also be included inside the system prompts to give us more designs or to make the website feel more premium. Okay. All right, so our website is done building. Now let's have a look at it and see what it was able to achieve for us. I sent this prompt exactly at 10:14 and it's now 10:21 on my time. So it took me approximately 8 minutes. Can take longer than that depending on what you're building. So without wasting much time, let's have a preview of our website and see if we really like what it has given to us. All right, so now let's see our final output of what Google AI Studio has created from us for us. So preview. All right, so let's full screen this. Wow, has Nexa Web. This is the title of our website, a homepage, about section, collection, ingredients, contacts. You can see the number, you can also see the email address, you can also see the location. And now if you want to make a purchase or make an order, add to bag, you can see that is showing or popping up here. You can choose to delete it or increase the quantity. Okay, so this is you can also view this on the mobile phone. You can also view this on a tablet. These are all preview sections before we can confirm and deploy our website live on the internet. So this is it. And now I would like to make some few changes to the website, like the number here and the email address. And also I'd like to add more images to it. So I'm going to show you how to do all that using Google AI Studio. All right. So let's say we want to change our contacts on the website. We also want to add more images to the website. So you're going to exit, leave the full screen, tap on this pencil button. All right. So going to select this image, this image. So the images will be popping up here. This image in this image and this image. And then finally we select the contacts. All right. So head over to my prompt section and I'm going to copy these changes. Okay. So once I've copied it, I head back over to Google AI Studio and then paste this one here. So now I'm telling AI Studio to change the number and to also change the product or add or change the product. And let's see its final output. So I'm going to send prompts and wait for the final results. All right, so here's our final results that Google AI Studio has given to us. Says I've successfully implemented your requested changes. So our contact number now has been updated to the demo phone number. And now that it's even added one last another image. It used to be five. This image has now been added to it. That's very good. So now let's test it out. So we can also see the number here. So if I want to make a purchase, let's say add to cart and then go here and proceed to checkout. So now I'll have to fill out all these forms to make a purchase, which will link the user or the buyer to my WhatsApp account for me to confirm the order. All right. So now, if you ever run into a mistake or you would like to go back to your previous version, you head over to settings, go to versions, and now you select the prompts that gave you your previous version or the prompt that you want to work with again. Just tap on this and restore version and to take you back to how you used to be before. That's it. Okay. So in your free time, explore Google AI Studio to create more websites like this or different websites. And now in the next part, I'm going to show you how to deploy your website so that people can access it live on the internet. Okay, so now we have everything in place. We have our website, it's fully functional, it's fully working. So now what if you want to deploy it or publish it for people to access it live on the internet? Now there are two options you can go for. You can either use Google AI Studio inbuilt publisher or you can simply use Netlify. So let's start with the first option, which is using Google AI Studio. So you just head over to publish, all right, open publish settings. And I'm going to load them. Okay, all right. So this is our title, this is our website. Can you click on publish your app? So it's publishing, so let's wait for a while for it to finish publishing our app. All right, so now we have a fully live website living on the internet. So now we have a subdomain. So this subdomain is given to us from Google AI Studio. And now if you want to have your own customized domain, you want to have like .com, .this, .that, you have to buy that domain. But this is a free domain you can share to your friends and family to access your website. So let's just tap on this link and see what happens. Okay, so now this link will lead us to our website. Wow, so this is our final results. As you can see from here, this is very, very beautiful. So this is our final results. So now let's move on to our second option using Netlify.app to also publish our websites. All right, so I published my website using Google AI Studio, and this is the link it has given to us. It's giving us a subdomain, west2.1.app. Now, if you want to have your own custom domain, you will have to buy it or pay for it. So now let's move on to using Netlify to publish or deploy our app. So first of all, you head over to code, and then you go to export, and then you download the file as a zip file. So download as a zip file. So this is going to Okay, now it's done. So going to save it to our downloads. Right, so now we have our next web perfume inside our downloads. And now we'll move on to netlify.app to upload or deploy our website into the internet. All right, so now we are inside our Netlify app where we can deploy our website. So first of all, I already have some previous projects here that I've already used. So going to browse files to upload. And now this will take me directly to my file explorer. So this is where our website zip file is. You're just going to double tap on it or then simply select it and open it. Right. So now it's building and deploying. So let's wait for a while and see the final results. All right, so Netlify is done deploying our website. So now let's have a preview of how it looks like. So as you can see, everything is completed inside. Let's have a preview and see how it looks like now. So our website has moved from a single HTML file to a fully live website that so living on the internet. So you can send this link to any of your friends or family to access it, to make a purchase, to make an order or anything they want to do with it. So as you can see, everything is working perfectly in the background. So this is it. This is it. That's it. So you can do more with this website. You can create more with this website. You can explore many features with the Netlify or with the Google inbuilt publisher. But I think overall, this is okay. This is simple. This is clean. Yeah, this is very good. Okay. All right, so this brings us to the end of the video. Let's do a full recap. So in step one, we had Pinterest to give us a design inspiration. We then had Claude AI to give us a full and specific and detailed prompt for creating our website. Then moved on to Google AI Studio to help us generate the full website. And then we had Netlify to publish our idea or to deploy our website. We even use Google AI Studio inbuilt publisher for everything. So now if you are someone who wants to create a website or you have a business idea, send them this video or follow the exact same steps I've used, or you can even try out new things. So if you like more content like this, subscribe to my YouTube channel, drop a comment on what website you like to create next so I can know and give you back feedback. All right, so I'm Nana Mensa. This is Builders Blog. Let's keep building. See you next time. Bye.